Zoomed out?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I am the Duke of StontonGrange, and here we are reviewing the Bachmann Class V2 Green Arrow. V2s were a mixed traffic class of steam engine. The first one, which is this one actually, Green Arrow number 4771, being completed in June 1936. They had roughly the same boiler pressure as the Gresley A1, and they were built to be a mixed traffic version of the Gresley A1s, such as Flying Scotsman, Royal Lancer, Papyrus, Gay Crusader, etc. But the strange thing about this class of engine is they were a 262 wheel arrangement, and the only 262 tender locomotives to run in Britain. 262 being known often as a prairie wheel arrangement after the Great Western Prairie tanks, or the BR standards, or other types of 262T. But we'll move on to that in another video. These engines, they were known as the locomotives that won the war, because the whole of the London North Eastern Railway and the Eastern region pretty much survived in the Second World War on these very engines. Because they could, they were quite quick, they could do nearly 100 miles an hour, pulling very heavy coal trains and express trains up to 20 coaches in length, unassisted, which I think was a record for steam traction during the Second World War. And then in British Railways days, they were used for the same along the Eastern region. A few of them, not Green Arrow, but a few of them were used in the exchange trials. Went on the Southern region, the Western region, and the Midland region. And Green Arrow obviously is the only preserved example of the class, and sadly she actually isn't running. She hasn't ran since I think 2008, when she was taking place in the North Yorkshire Moors Railway Steam Gala, or LNER Gala, I can't remember which, when she failed on a bank pulling a train of coaches. And the driver tried to open up the regulator, he couldn't, so a diesel engine towed Green Arrow and the coaches back to Gromont Station, and they took her to the works at the North Yorkshire Moors Railway, where they later found out that there were cracks in the boiler cylinder. She was due to run back to York light engine, but had to be taken by road, and they later found out that bar the one in the engine, there was only one V2 boiler left in the world. And the National Railway Museum's director says he wants to preserve the boiler as it is. Honestly, I mean, it's a boiler. Why would you want to do that? Anyway, ran over, I'll open the box and we'll see what's inside. The only flaw I can see with Bachmann is they have a habit of doing this when they put the engine in the box. Are you zoomed in? So you can't actually see the loco. You can see pretty much the cab and the tender, but you can't actually see the loco itself. So if you weren't an expert in the railways, you could be class V2, you might think this is, I don't know, another V2, and you're looking and you're like, oh, it's Green Arrow. But so that's one mistake that Bachmann do make. But anyway, take off this wonderful sleeve. Again, on the back you get a brief history of the loco and Bachmann, and not suitable for children under 14 years due to danger of small parts being smaller. Please retain this information. And the box is recyclable, although very few people actually do chuck out the box. So it's in a block of ice arrangement, which means it's sort of encased in a plastic, so what I'm looking for, coffin, we'll just say, a plastic sort of coffin type thing. I'll sort of unfold it out, and then again you get like this thing. Now, some little bits of paper here. We've got very detailed instructions for the V2 262 tender locomotives. So things like where to put the DCC chip, how to dismantle the locomotive, and things like that. What you also get, I have actually already looked at what's in the box, by the way, but I haven't took an extensive look at the logo. You get the warranty and the Bachmann Collectors Club. You get Quarterly Club magazine, a free wagon, a calendar at the end of the year, and a branch line or Graham Farish catalogue. I have none of those. Those are the point of getting the Hornby or the Bachmann calendars or the book where it says what they're making. Yeah, the internet for that. So you get your warranty. Now, this is probably the hardest packaging to open because unfortunately I only have 2 hands and you need 3. I could use the cameraman, but unfortunately I don't want him to be shown on camera because I don't want to break it. Now, again, there's another plastic sleeve over the block of ice. What's it? That's the good thing about Bachmann. Our logos are fantastic, and they're not going to win any green awards with their packaging. Now, there's a I can never remember which side it's at. There's a tab here which you lift up from the back, and you fold that bit back. Obviously, you get some rodding and some extra detail, which is quite handy. Although I tend not to fit extra detail because this is Bachmann. It's not Airfix. We don't have to build it ourselves. And we're going to take the logo out, so if you could zoom in, and we're going to show some of the fantastic detail. Now, unfortunately, Bachmann have an awful way of putting the logo in the box. It is terrible, because you lift the logo out, and it's sort of got the tender on the back, but it's not a very good coupling, as I'll show you. Right, first things first, it could be heavier. There is quite a bit of weight to that, but it's still quite light, so I can't imagine there's going to be a great deal of traction. And if you look at the wheel beneath the cab, or the pony truck, as it's often known, it's got a very strange arrangement. I'm not sure what that's all about. Falling over. This could be quite normal. I mean, I'm not sure whether that's for be able to go around tighter curves or whether it's to save money on weight. I'm not sure, but it's a very daft arrangement. The livery, it is as preserved, so you get these warning stickers to pretty much say, if you're driving this engine, please do not stand on the top, as there are overhead wires, which there probably won't be, and if there are, you might get caught on the overhead wires, and then we're stupid enough really that we want to lose you. That's what they pretty much say in short, but anyway, what they actually say is danger, wires above. So it's preserved as it was in the NRM, so mainline certified. Now you can feel the etching on the number. Now that's very good. I can tell that's been put on separately, and the detail, again, very good, but it could be better. Obviously you have the single, got a bit of detail caught on my hand there. You have the single chimney. Now does the smoke box door open? I'm going to be intrigued with this quite well, talk amongst yourselves. No, it doesn't open actually, which is a little bit disappointing. Check the coupling, is that stupid sticker? Actually that's not a stupid sticker, I think that's there to keep the wheel in. Put that back. No, it's not, I'm really sorry about the presenting, it's absolutely rubbish, but I'm not used to this. It's not really NEM, it's not a NEM coupling. What is it? You're probably thinking I'm going to destroy this engine by the end of the review, but oh, yes, it is a NEM coupling. Again, talk amongst yourselves, I'm going to have to put this back in. We're in. Right. Okay, is the spring, the buffers are spring loaded, which is quite good. They're very spring-loaded actually, they're a bit loose. I could say something there, but there might be children watching. The nameplate, it's put on quite strong. That's probably sort of like, you know how you have the nailed Velcro-y type stuff. Actually, you probably won't because I just made that up. It's probably put on with like an adhesive or something. And you can feel it etched on, you can feel it sort of sticking out, so it's very good. It's probably been, I mean, mainly designed by computer-aided software. You have the vents, which don't open. But the whistle is on, and the cab detail isn't very good actually. That could be painted, that could be easily painted.
I'm gonna go along.
Put the camera.